Hi guys, in today's short video I want to talk about random data. I will introduce the Haiyaa random data solution. Why? Because it's really very important. I have met many cases when the bad thing happening. What's the bad thing? That means your customer, the brand owner, found that there's repetition in your label as a bad thing. All of them, almost everyone involved in it, will show very anxiety and their face turns color. Why? There's two things faced to them. One is the compensation. The second is your good relationship and your good reputation will be damaged. So when the bad thing happening, everyone will be very anxious. In this video, I will talk about two formats of random data. One format is the random data with some repetition. That means the data allows some repetition. Here, 1, 3, 1, there's randomly, but there's some repetition. This is one type. Another format of random data is there should be without any repetition inside, like this. The different application for these two formats random data. For example, in the first one, random data with some repetition, we can use these kinds of random data for this application. Like you see on the screen, the QR code, the center part, there's a number 4593. This is randomly. That means when the number show in the center part 4, that means number 4 number highlighted. Number 1 highlighted. It's a security application. The highlight number, the position is in the same pace of the number inside the QR code. But mostly we're using random data without a repetition for this. For trick and trace and the product authentication, unique data, lottery, unique data, lucky draw, unique data. For this application, we don't allow any repetition. So why Haiyaa develop random data generator? Because we met a lot of cases, a lot of customers who have the problem of random data. Random data is not belong to VDP, but it is essential component, essential solution in the whole VDP workflow. So Haiyaa decided to develop it. For example, I met a customer who produced a year-end lottery ticket for a French supermarket. Simply, they using the Excel random function to generate data. But finally, they found there's repetition. I remember there's 2,000 data tickets, but inside about 7 to 8 tickets, the code is the same. Another is we have a customer who produced international a Japanese brand, Thai. They found that the code is the same. Another case is we have a customer who produced the label for also a very famous international brand, milk powder. The manufacturer is in China. Finally, they reprinted the label and traveled to the manufacturer and covered the new data over the older data. Cost a lot. And the fourth case I met is it's a local brand, water. They get the feedback from the water manufacturer. They say when they labeling, they found the label, for example, August label is repeated with the January label. The same. So it's a big event. They do many investigation. This code is not for authentication, for lucky draw. And we also have a customer who produce very big volume for a brand fruit. Each fruit have a stick for trick and trace. One time, their customer say, there's daily repeats this month and the month before. The same, they are very anxious, anxiety. And finally, they found, they're using our software to check the data. They found the data their customer gave them has repeated. It's not their fault. So facing this challenge, we decided to develop a random data. About 10 years ago, Haiyaa decided to develop random data generator. In this video, I give you 3 demonstrations. One is a demonstration about how to generate the data with some repetition. We have 2 ways. And I also will give you 2 demonstrations about TrueRandom. TrueRandom is Haiyaa random data generator. Here I write the 10 million version. We have 200 million version. Later I will introduce. First, I introduce this way. It's easy. If you buy Haiyaa VDP, you will have data integration module, processing module inside. This is serial number generation. I tell you. For example, you input 1 to 1000 and you check it if you want to generate data, and the minimum data is 1 and the maximum is 9. If you want to the data length, you input process code, finish this data. I show you. The first column is 1, 2, 3, 4 serial number, and the second column is 5, 4, 7, 1. They are randomly, but the data can be repeated. Using this data, you can do this job. Okay, so this is the one way. And the important is I introduce the TrueRandom. In Haiyaa side, the TrueRandom has 3 versions. I show you. We have 3 versions. One version is the basic version, 10 million. That means the comparison, the maximum volume is within 10 million data. And the second version is 50 million. That means one job, total volume is 50 million. We can compare below the 50 million. And the highest version is 200 million. We can guarantee 50 digits, 200 million. We generate and check the data 3 minutes. You can choose to buy. Show you the basic version below 10 million. I tell you some special feature. One is we provide the real random as without any repeat. Another is we can customize the data combination freely. For example, we can set 2 digits is Arabic number, 3 digits capital letter, and blah blah. And high productivity. If 10 million, 7 digits, we can generate the data within 2 minutes. 200 million, 50 digits, 3 minutes. And we can generate the new data based on older data. It's very important. Your customer will not give the whole data one time. They will give you this month 1 million, next month 1 million, placed order to you. So you need to generate new data. Cannot be repeated with the older data. And finally, it's very important feature is we can help you to check the data your customer give you. I found in many cases, the error is not produced by the label producer. It's produced by the brand owner. The brand owner give you the data. Inside the data, there's repetition. So if you have this solution, you can check the data in the first step. Okay, I go back to software. Create the data, for example, 7 digits. And you can using Arabic number, capital letter, small letter to combine together to generate this data. Of course, we have some option. First, it's 0 or not 0. If you don't want some special character inside, you can input. For example, here, I don't want the O inside the random data. Comma, I. Why? In some case, in some font type, O and 0 easily confused. I and 1 easily confused. So for some customer, they don't want include. But of course, you can input the prefix, the postfix, and you can insert some special character inside. Here, I input, for example, 1 million. Here is 1 million data. You check the rationality. That means if you use the 7 digits, this one to combine, acceptable, no problem. Save. For example, it's 1. Then generate. Very fast. You can see it. 10 million. Just 1 million. Finish. I show you what's the data. I open the auto editor to show you. You see it? $1 million. Finish. And if you want generate another new data based on the code 1, older data, easy. No repeated with the following data. You attach it. Another 1 million. Save in another code 2. Create. Yeah. Also very fast. Okay, so I can guarantee code 1, code 2, no repeated. I show you how to check the data. Check the data. Before check the data, I combine. In the basic version, I need to do combine. In the high version, you don't need to combine. We will compare automatically. This one, combine. First, we combine a result data in the desktop. Okay, combine. I will check if it is 2 million. 2 million. You see it? Okay. There, go back. Open this one to see if there are any repetition data inside. Open the data. I save a report. Check report. Okay, check. Also very fast. Wait. Finish. So check report here. 0 repeated. That means no repeated. Finish. There I intentionally make 2 repeated inside. Copy. This one data repeated. Okay. Then I copy another data. That means we copy 2 data repeated, duplicated. Finish. I change the name. Okay, I open check report and check it. Finish. There's 2 data repeated. One is this data, another is this data. Go to this data, remove it. You can get a clean data. Next, I show you the high-end version. Open the highest version. It's using a table to management. For example, producer has many customers. You can add many company data here. You can manage the data. In one company, there's a different project. You can create a project. For example, I add a new project. For example, here is 12 digits project. 12 digits. And the maximum length is 12. Okay, 12. First, I'm using the generator data. Here, 10,000. Number. If you don't like some character inside, you input using comma to separate. In this case, I also can define the combination loop. For example, in this 12, we can 2 is Arabic number. 5 maybe capital letter. Another 5 small letter. You don't want competed with the history data. Okay, confirm. Very fast to generate. So I show you what's the data. 12. The first, the 5, the 5. If you don't want this normal combination loop, I generate another data. But here, you check this. Randomly sequence. That means number, capital letter, small letter, the data sequence randomly without any repetition with the older data. That means the new data will not repeat with this data. Confirm. Finish. These 2 data will not repeated. If there's repeated, the check result will appear here. This is new data. Like this, you will see 2 Arabic number, but the position is randomly. You got it? Okay, it's easy. If the customer say we have 2 data, we want to check if there are any repetition. Easy. I copy it out and check the data. For example, I make a demo, make a check. I copy the data out. I copy the one data in the data 2. That means the 2, there's one data repeated with all the data. Okay? If you want to use the TrueRandom high version to check the data from your customer, for example, here's 2 data I generated just now. I copy one data from the data 1 to data 2. There's one record repeated. Okay, suppose this is data from your customer. Go to the high-end version, open new project. For example, check. Okay, I give another name, check. The data is 12. So I want to show you how to check the data and the data and the data. Drag to the table. Then click repetition check. That means in the data 2, the number 12 is repeated with the older data. You can export the result. That means this data. Yeah, this data. And this data 2. You got it? It's easy. So if you get the data from your customer, because next time they give you another data, you just add the data, new data, inside to this one and check the repetition, check this button. They will show you. If there's no data showing in the checklist. This is the live demonstration of Haiyaa random data solution. It's very important, so you need to pay more attention. Please feel free to contact us if any problem. We can do testing for you. Thanks for your watching.